and see what dialogue she has to offer. And maybe we can do a no miss. But that's being way too optimistic, especially because this character has Reimu as a boss. So it might not be the best idea, you know. But damn, I wanna get a hard no bomb or a hard no miss, god damn it. Is that too much to ask? Well, maybe it is, I don't know. Also here I will be able to see if Marisa is really worth it to get the dying items or not. Because Reimu is really good at it, but has the problem that since she can aim wherever she wants, she absolutely obliterates everything in her path, when sometimes you don't want to do it. I guess we could try. Let's see how it goes. I guess this will also be a pretty good idea to see how viable it is to use a shot type like this for, you know, for the dying achievement, though I don't really think it's gonna be that possible even with a shot type like this. Because even if you have full control on what you kill, your range is still pretty bad. So it might not be the best idea. Kill this a lot later and see. Hey Mr. Fede, who is it going? How is your day? How was your day? Alright, okay. I'm just here reading dialogue since it's the first time this has been translated to English. So I'm gonna be, you know, probably a little bit silent because I'm just reading. But yeah. And what is this stoner saying? Another refrain. Had to speak on phone for 40 minutes. Damn. Well, you made it out alive of that, so I guess it wasn't that bad, right? What do you mean, let me introduce myself? You already met before. Are you sleepy? No, I'm not sleeping. I mean, it's just that I'm reading dialogue. I'm usually not used to reading dialogue. That's the thing. So, you know. I'm usually used to just rush through the dialogue, but this is the first time that I actually stop and read it because it's the first time that it has been translated. So pretty much the first time that I can also understand it. But yeah, pretty much the reason. That branch looks a lot bigger, damn. It's the same size. I gotta say that the dialogue with Kaguya seems to be way longer than the dialogue with the other characters. Funnily enough, and Kaguya basically doesn't say shit. Like, this dialogue with Kaguya is just so pointlessly long, right? I mean, you compare it to the dialogue with the actual culprits of the incident. This one is way longer and says way less. It really says way less. Gotcha, well that almost got me at the end there. Damn, they keep translating the honorifics literally. Marisa-chan. Damn. Alright. So, yeah. I don't know, the dialogue with Kaguya is so pointless. Even the encounter with Kaguya is so pointless. Maybe the reason why Kaguya appears here is because, like, you know, the real incident is that the Mount Fuji is gonna erupt. Is that the reason why? Because otherwise, why do you even go to the bamboo forest of the Lost in the first place? Unless there was something in the introduction that I missed, but I don't think there is. Because, yeah, like, well, I'm still not really sure what the incident is supposed to be. Like, a big amount of Sabi was released. When we say Sabi, do we mean impurity? Is that what Sabi means? Because Sabi was also a concept in Touhou 15, and the whole thing about Touhou 15 is that the Lunarians wanted to reject Sabi, and Sabi is supposed to be exactly that, impurity, because they are Lunarians, they are immortal and all that jazz. So is that what's happening here? Is that the incident? That there is a lot of Sabi running around? Because it probably is. But again, why would you go to Kaguya? Why is that your first destination? Maybe because the bamboo forest is growing more than it should? Then again, it shouldn't, since it's supposed to be winter. I honestly don't know. I'm trying to make sense of Touhou's story. It's always been a problem to me. Well, and to many people, but, you know. But, you know, I gotta say that in that way, this game emulates the originals pretty well. Having a story that is pretty hard to understand at first, and probably at second hand too. But yeah, really don't understand the incident that much. Whatever. I guess maybe Bravi can explain it to us, but I don't even think Bravi is here anymore. Because usually Bravi, when it comes to Touhou lore, he's a huge nerd. So maybe he can help me. Firstborn daughter? Really? The firstborn? Why? Does Marisa have siblings now? Didn't know that. So basically her power is just reading minds, reading the future. It's hard to tell. She mentioned something like un gyako. Damn, now I have to Google that too. You know, sometimes I will really appreciate if people that make this translation, and this also go for people who translate the official games, that you just don't throw out words like that. Like, I don't know what the fuck an ungyako is. I also don't know what the fuck sabi or wabi is. But don't you translate those? Because, you know, a lot of people complain about translation notes, but that's exactly why translation notes are important. If you're gonna have something literally like that, you at least want some way to understand it, right? I mean, I will say at least that that will be the case. Oh, where are you going? I gotta say that these first two levels have been spectacular when it comes to the dying points that I collected. Sadly, I mean, it's the first two levels, so, you know, it is to be expected, something like that. Whew, I thought I was gonna die there. Well, die. I know it doesn't count as dying, since you don't die in a last spell, but you know what I mean. So I was gonna get hit. There we go. Did something happen? That depends on what you mean with something happen. The family of neuters? What? The family of neuters. I don't know how to take that one. Alright. Well, if you mean that something happened as in if I got my 1 coin clear in Lenen, yes, I got the Unreal 1 coin clear, so that's why I'm playing through this. Because, you know, there is the English translation. Though, honestly, as I expected, the English translation, I mean, the story is just as fucked up as the original Touhou story, so it's not like you're gonna understand much even if there is a translation, is what I'm trying to say. And as I was mentioning just earlier, the problem is that this game likes to use a lot of Japanese terms that, you know, they are not obvious. Like, again, what are sabi and wabi supposed to mean? Well, I don't know what they are supposed to mean, but you are supposed to know. Like, you are actually supposed to know. Because if you don't, the game won't explain it to you. Is it like FDF story? No, it's a standalone story. Basically, there is a new god and the new god is causing trouble. It's basically a combination between Kanako and Okina. Like there is a new god like Kanako that is causing some trouble because they moved from the outside world, and in fact the stage 5 boss is pretty much like the equivalent of Sanae. But you know, they basically want to gain attention just like Okina. So they are like a combination of both. I still don't quite understand many of the motivations of the boss. I don't think I quite got that part, but you know. It's a little bit weird to say the least, that's for sure. I guess, again, that's something that I definitely expected. It's not a surprise. Nor a god wanting to cause trouble. Yeah, that's pretty much the story. A god from the outside world is trying to, you know, cause some shit. Pretty much that's the story. Which I guess is fine. I mean, I don't mind the stories about gods. Because, I mean, I like the concept of fighting against gods. But yeah, I don't think I understood the motivations of the god that much. Damn, now I think about it, that's right, Yuyuko is gonna fight against Yukari here. There is no cheese. I think you forgot an O there. Alright. Sure. But as you can see, Yannick, this is pretty much this kind of a stone dialogue that Touhou is known for. So that's what I say when that's what I meant when I say that, you know, maybe not knowing what they are saying is better. Or you can read with 160p. Oops. The problem is that I don't want to read it out loud because I feel like it makes it worse. Because there is a lot of emotions that I just cannot replicate, and it's gonna sound bad if I read them. It already happened. Like, I tried to read a couple of dialogues from I don't remember which Touhou game, and it was like, damn, someone make this guy shut up, right? So, yeah, wasn't that good of an idea. I don't think it's gonna change now either. So yeah. But you know, it's pretty much what you will expect. Like, you know, so far, all of the bosses that we encounter up until now, the fights had no reason to be. Like, basically, the only, like, starting from stage 4 is where the fights actually have, well, at least an important motivation to happen, instead of just, hey, move out of the way. No, alright, let's fight. Well, actually, no. That's pretty much the motivation of the others too. The difference is that for the others it makes sense because they are supposed to be the ones causing the incident. But it doesn't make sense here. I mean, we are supposed to be friends with Reimu and Yukari, but they are like, nah, let's fight. I mean, it's just the way that is usual in Touhou, right? But still, I don't know. As I say, sometimes it's better to not know what they are saying, so you can picture a smart dialogue in your mind. Or, I mean, not necessarily smart, but something that makes a little bit more sense, you know. But it is what it is. You can't have everything after all. Call me hitster, let's fight. Yeah, but it's even worse than that, because I mean, it's not even that. Nobody's calling names, like nobody's doing any name calling, nobody's insulting, like they are just alright, let's fight. I wonder if she say Danmaku there instead of Barrage. And also, this game really likes using, by the way, abbreviated BTW. Damn. I don't know. Pretty stone, if you ask me. So this is where the stages start becoming way more challenging. The question here is Marisa gonna be able to put up with the challenge? Oh no, especially in this section. Okay, well at least we don't have Reimu's crazy shot that kills everything before it even spawns on the screen. So at least there is that. This part is still hard no matter what. Damn it. Oh, I didn't mean to kill that one. Fuck. Well, that's what usually happens. Oh, well I can do that. That works. Sure. Well, that works. Sadly, I think it's at this section that Marisa struggles a little bit. Or not, because I mean the targets are in the center of the screen, so it shouldn't be that bad, really. Yeah, it shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, it could have been worse. And honestly, stage 5, as I said in a previous stream, it's way better with Marisa than it is with Reimu. The bad part is that stage 6 with Marisa, I'm not really sure about that one. This part is also a little bit not favorable for Marisa because she can't kill what she doesn't see. Sadly here we still can't get enough dying to get the 700 needed for the last boss. Still don't know why, but whatever. Huh. Oh, I couldn't kill it with Marisa there because the lasers didn't even touch her. Interesting. Huh. Oh, so she's not an oyster, that's just her mount. She's a phantom, alright. Oh shit, alright. Like to roast. Oh. Okay. Are we gonna be doing some eating? Now, I wonder if I'm blocking part of the dialogue with my camera. I don't think I am, but it will be pretty funny. I don't think I am, but if I am, I'm sorry. I'm not blocking it, right? Because if I'm... Damn, that will be pretty funny. That will really be pretty funny if I was blocking dialogue with my camera all this time. Because basically I will be silent, but you wouldn't be able to follow what's going on. Yeah, she's a spooky, scary phantom. Yeah, the dialogue is long. Though, funnily enough, as I said earlier, the longest dialogue seems to be Kaguya's dialogue. And Kaguya's dialogue, which is the stage 1 dialogue, is the most pointless one. So I don't know why they decided to make it so long. I'm not blocking? Alright, that's nice to hear, thanks. Yeah, I mean, sorry that I'm pretty silent, but again, I don't like reading dialogue out loud because I think it's worse than you're just reading it, because dialogue different from narration has a certain emotion to it that I will need to act. I will need to do some acting to be able to you know, display that emotion that the dialogue has. And if I don't display that emotion, the dialogue just sounds whack. So that's the reason why I don't want to read it out loud. So I'm sorry if it bothers you that I'm not talking too much, but when I'm reading dialogue like this, I just remain silent. Well, at least I hope that you can also read it. Well, no Yannick. But you know. Hey RPS, how is it going? The game is on Steam. Can someone link the Steam page for me? I mean, I can't do it right now. But, you know, if you wanna look it up by yourself, it's called like the one in the... It's called like the title of this stream. Elegant Impermanence of Sakura, that's the name of the game. If you type that on Steam, you will find it pretty easily. It has Chinese characters at the beginning, but if you type Elegant Impermanence of Sakura, you will find it regardless. It shouldn't be too hard to find, honestly, so... I don't think it's sold outside of Steam. I don't even know if it has a physical release. Well, it's probably sold outside of Steam in one of those Chinese pages that I don't even know they exist, but... Nah, it's fine, no need to read and make a girly voice. A girly voice. Damn, Marisa popping off, huh? team. A cute oyster maid. Man, I mean, I know that Yuyuko is always like this, but Jesus Christ. Yuyuko and Marisa are my wife. Wow. That's exactly what I expected from Yuhum. How is it going, Yuhum? Long time no see. But you know. I almost forgot about this. It's right, left, right, left. As long as I remember that movement. Yuyuko. Oh, my bad, Yuyuko. How is your day going? Or night? I don't know. I think where you are is morning, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that where you are is morning. That was so nasty. It was pretty close to getting hit. Uh-oh. Alright, well that wasn't that nasty. Still, I could have gotten a lot more points from a section like this. What can you do? Name of the game? As I already told you, it's on the title of the screen. So you're saying that you don't understand English. Hey, Yannick! Can you tell him the title of the game? I mean, it's in the title, dude. Do you think that I just came up with that title because I wanted to? Anyways, if you can, Yannick, look at the title. I just woke up because I'm a nit. Wow, I didn't get hit there. Now, I'm surprised about that, I gotta say. Fuck. Man, that was so bad. But funnily enough, this might have been pretty bad dying-wise, but I still have the no miss. Full-time need. You silly girl, wow. Why did you say the same bullshit as Yukari saying? Damn, Yuyuko just called Yomu dumb. Alright. God is here for real. Okay. God. Man, you know, this dialogue will be more nice to follow if you didn't use such complex words. I mean, it's not like I don't understand, it's just that all that you're saying there could be said with much simpler words. I know that this, I mean, they are doing what they can, but also RPS, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I didn't notice it when you followed, but thanks, really appreciate it. Okay, gods really exist. Now, the funny part is that she said God is here, like the God. The God to end all gods. When it's just supposed to be a sorry ass god of impurity or some shit like that. I still... Well, she actually had a lot of titles apparently. But I still don't know what the purpose of this god is supposed to be. Or why she will be worshipped. Maybe for something like... For, you know, prosperity or some shit, since she seems to be able to make cherry blossoms grow. I don't know. Damn, it seems like... I mean, I don't wanna shinz it, especially because the hardest things have not happened yet. But it seems like the no miss is not only doable, but it seems to be quite the, you know... Like, with Marisa, it seems like doing a no miss. Or, well, I say Marisa, but in reality the reason is Yuyuko. Like, Yuyuko seems to be such a good character when it comes to not dying. You know, ironically considering that she's a ghost, but she really seems to be the best character to survive. It's pretty insane, I gotta say. Oh, and this is what we're definitely bombing. Yeah, I'm bombing this shit. With Marisa, obviously, because if I bomb this with anyone else... Well, if I bomb this with Yuyuko, it's just gonna be a waste of time. Hey, maybe we are gonna get a no miss after all. Though, the real question is... Well, obviously, first I will have to get the no miss here, but... I wonder if with this same character I can also get a no miss on Lunatic, but I think that will be asking for a lot. Wow, that bomb was completely unnecessary. Shit. Damn. Yeah, I must meet your goal, so I can kick her ass. Alright. So, the problem here is... this section, I'm pretty sure even having Marisa is not gonna change the outcome at all. It's still hard to aim this shit. And even with Marisa, as you can see, I'm killing spirits or, well, yin-yang orbs that I don't want to kill. But it just happens because they have such a low amount of health that I can avoid it. They just die. And I'm being careful, that's the funniest part. It's not like I'm going full, you know, full charge at them. Let the cherry blossoms welcome your arrival. Okay, no worries. And this section might be maybe a little bit too much for Marisa, but if she stays in the center, maybe not. Still don't know. Because a lot of the enemies in this level are a lot about, you know, aiming from afar. So I'm not exactly sure. We will see. We got that one. Ooh, that was pretty close. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, the good thing about this is that even if the enemies are coming from both sides, as long as I stay in the center, it shouldn't really be a problem. Gotcha. Alright. Congrats on 10k viewer. Thanks. 10k views, yes. I really appreciate that. I never expected to get to that number, but it's like, it really is the most useless number on Twitch, because it doesn't tell you anything. Like, literally, if I wanted to, I could click 10,000 times on my own channel and I will be able to get to that number. So yeah, it really is one of the numbers that I always looked at it and I was like, what's the purpose of that number? But regardless of that, I really appreciate it. 10k, it's a huge number. I mean, it has 4 zeros. That's a lot of zeros. So yeah, thanks a lot everyone for that. I'm the biggest viewer of my channel. Well, I guess that can be said about every streamer, right? Well, about some streamers. There are a lot of streamers that have people that are so fucking, you know, loyal to the stream that they know more about the stream than the streamer itself. But yeah, those are usually the biggest channels, right? Let's see what our Shizuka wants to say here. Yeah, who the fuck is Asama? That's the second time that the game mentions that. No, I didn't hear of it before. Explain. The water god who suppresses the volcano. I think it's quite the opposite though. It doesn't suppress the volcano, it makes it erupt. 16. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Marisa. That's my fucking question. What's your motivation? Damn, no answer, really. Hey, stop talking shit about the final boss. Come on, bro, she was about to tell us. If you talk shit, she's gonna fight and she's not gonna tell us. Man, what the fuck are you even saying, dude? Man, you think that you're full of shit. What about that? Huh. Full of shit? Is that a meme? I want to play that game again. But yeah, as Yannick say, what a fucking cocktease. You were about to tell me why you made all of this and you're like, huh, I have a lot of motivations, but you know, you're not gonna agree with me. Well, fuck you. Like, come on, bro. You can't just be like, yeah. You won't agree anyways. God damn it. Fucking gods. They need to be put in their place. Well, that's always the case with Touhou. Gods need to be put in their place every time a god appears. Every time a god appears, it has to be put in their place. That's just the way it works. There is no other way. Oh, should I? No, you know, honestly, it's completely useless to even worry about this spell card right now. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything with the dying, and getting extra lives here is, as you can see, more than pointless, so fuck that spell card. I mean, look at that. I mean, obviously, if I try hard at that spell card, I will have been able to get to 3000 dying points, but still, look at how far I am from 3500, which is what the last achievement requires. It's such an enormous difference. I really don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to do that achievement at all. I don't even know what will be the optimal strat for that. I don't even know what the optimal difficulty will be, because Lunatic is definitely not gonna be the optimal difficulty at all here. I mean, clearly not. You ain't gonna kill me, bro. With this dead bomb window, you can't kill me. just doesn't work that way, buddy. Well, so this is the no miss. That's pretty nice. Also, I'm hearing a sound that I don't like. Not from the game, but from... The fuck is that sound? I don't know if you can hear it as well, probably not. I know it's from outside of the game. I mean, I don't know what it's supposed to be. Well, whatever. Hopefully nothing problematic. Well, there you go, a capture. Well, there it is. That was a no miss. Believe it or not, that was a no miss on hard with literally all of the resources left. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm surprised by this one. I mean, I expected a no miss, but I did not expect getting all of the resources left in the UI. That's pretty nice. Alright. Sheesh. You only get the full plot on a pacifist run, damn. Yeah, no miss with dialogue. Can you believe that? But yeah. And obviously, since this ending is also translated, let me also put the camera away so you can enjoy it. Whoop! Where is Gabby? Nowhere. Let me know when the image appears, because apparently it takes some time to refresh. I don't know why, but... Can you see the ending now? Is it there for you to see? Where are you? I'm speaking to you from above. Well, I'm assuming you can see the ending, so let me actually read it. Early morning, Hakurei Shrine, the abnormal phenomena that covered the whole Gensokyo before, yet has no sign of stopping. The snow is still covering all around. Nothing different with the beginning when Marisa went to deal with the incident. Yeah, Minori seems to be in every fucking ending, huh? Reimu is just randomly there. You can see, nice. The incident will be terminated never. Problem? Will you let me finish my words? Let me think about it. See, this is the problem. They are talking about the power of Sabi. Again, these are Japanese terms that are not that obvious. I assume that Sabi means impurity, but I don't know. Even a fucking weeb like me can really, you know, precisely decipher what Sabi is supposed to mean. If it is impurity, then I guess it makes sense, like the power of life, so everything blooms and shit. But like, that's because I'm a weeb. Anyone who reads that is gonna be the power of Sabi. Who is Sabi? Is Sabi, you know, a relative of the final boss? No, it's a concept, but it doesn't explain it. ¿Quién es Sabi? I don't know how you can call this a win-win. Like, you are literally being ordered around by a god that caused this incident. If anything, you are being this god's bitch. We are pretty much being the bitches of this god. Yeah, let's just collect the fragment after you cause an incident. Yeah, that's a pretty win-win. Wow. I thought you were good at bargaining, Marisa. What happened? Oh, and Moko is here. Admittedly, as for the miracle, it's really a pity flaws are found on it. However, it's also a truth of this paradoxical world. Once we make the choice, we must be responsible for the possible loss in future. Win a few, lose a few, that's life. Only in such a contradictory history will the real value come out. At least the god of Cherry thinks so. Good ending number 2, Shattered Cherry Shade. All clear, you did it excellent. Yeah, that definitely explained more. God damn it. Is it so hard to have a straightforward explanation? Yeah, good in ending. You know, they actually fixed that. The Rainbow ending no longer says good in ending. It just says good ending. Funnily enough. So, you know, we actually did that. Alright, let me put my camera back. Hey, hello again. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, bro. You're not really explaining much. Like, everything is translated, but I still don't kinda understand the why. It was feeling weird for a moment. You know, without camera, it was what my streams were at the beginning, so, you know, it is the way it is. I mean, I used to stream without camera. Funnily enough. Well, anyways, that was a no miss on hard with Marisa Yuyuko and with full resources at the end, so good stuff.